Hello and welcome to Dice of the Beholder and our Dragon of Icespire Peak stream. This is episode 8. Yes, welcome. Have you guys just gone really silent?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
doing the
introduction.
It's your intro.
Yeah, but
I,
no,
I thought you just forgot how to stream, man. You were just like, it's gone. It's all gone.
no,
What are we doing?
I just genuinely thought, there's normally abuse, there's giggling in the background, maybe some heavy breathing. I don't know. You didn't
trying to
even-
sell my I'm trying to sell my spoils over here.
You didn't even shout to try and distract me or anything.
We've never
Sorry.
done that.
I wouldn't.
Not
I
for
wouldn't
this
do it.
one.
No, I wouldn't do that. It's like something I would do.
But yes, okay, cool. they
Best
are
intro
here.
ever.
So yes, welcome. Sorry it's been so long. However, we're here now, and you will enjoy. But before we get into
Whether you want to or not.
yes, before we get into tonight's episode, as always, a word about our sponsors. First of all, we have the wonderful Loki Battle Mats, an award-winning UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of battle mats, little, big, giant sizes, and their modular book sets are full of awesome artwork that add an amazing backdrop to any tabletop game. If you are interested in finding out more, please search for Loki Battle Mats, L-O-K-E Battle Mats on Facebook, or visit lokibattlemats.com or drivethrurpg.com to view their amazing artwork and shop their physical and digital maps. Our second sponsor, returning, and I'm very, very happy with them this month, is Blink Dog Dice. They are a fantastic and wonderful small dice maker based locally in Cardiff, and you can see amazing examples of their work available on their Etsy store. Search Blink Dog Dice, all one word, on most social media platforms, and the same goes for Etsy as well. And go and show them some love and tell them we sent you, and purchase as many sets as you can of their awesome, amazing, wonderfully, beautifully coloured Dice of the Beholder dice sets, named for us. Yeah. They've sent me a set for free this month, and I'm very, very, very happy with all of these eyes looking straight at me right now, and I'm going to roll them tonight to try and kill all of the players.
Oh,
Cannot go any further without mentioning the fantastic supplier of our ambient game sounds, which will kick in a moment. Cross fingers. Sirenscape. Their sound set creators are amazing, wonderful, incredibly easy to use, and a lot of fun, and add an awesome background kind of ambience to any of your tabletop role-playing games. They also have they have fantasy and sci-fi. So go over there, check out sirenscape.com, and go and have a lot of fun playing about with that. Because epic games need epic sound is their tagline, which I love. Give me a second. Everything just shut down.
It's gone really well today. Messes up the
Yeah.
intro.
nothing
yeah.
but professionalism today.
I think our viewers are used to a certain level of streaming when they come to the Dice of the Beholder channel. And if I changed it now, if I became really business-like and professional
Competent.
now, and competent, yes, that's a good word, then they'd be like, what the fuck's going on? This is not what we signed up for.
You think?
Yeah.
I think maybe they'd be like, "Fuck, this is a breath of fresh air." Finally come into a stream and it's not utter fucking chaos.
No, you guys are used to it, right? For fuck's sake. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine.
There isn't anything to see here. I think that's
No.
sort of the problem, isn't it? If you think about it.
There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
Can we have your camera at any point tonight, Greg?
Do we really want to see him?
Had I not? I thought I had. Sorry, that's my bad. You could have brought up that I wasn't actually sharing my camera before we started streaming, I suppose, but I didn't feel like it. It's fine. No, it's fine.
I
It's fine.
absolutely did.
You didn't say a fucking word. You're too busy simping over Captain Carter. Sorry.
Yeah, I absolutely am. Everyone else wants the vampire one from Resident Evil Village. I want Captain Carter to pick
You
me
just
up,
want Big Wife.
carry me off, carry me to safety. Yeah.
Biggest Peggy is best Peggy.
But yes, everyone's on screen. You can all say hi now.
Hi now.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so last time on Dragon of Icespire Peak, you made your way back to town after your coastal visit, discovering that the dragon had attacked in your absence and frozen solid the front of the townmaster's home. After some conversation with some of the locals, you decided to help the townmaster out, but also, in the meantime, get one of the minor workers of the town quite a big payday. You then agreed to escort a man who would soon become a good friend of yours to his new job as the supervisor of the Golden Toe mine. Or the Mountains Toe Gold Mine, sorry. After a short journey, many stories were told, mostly by him. You found the mine to be infested by were-rats that you had discovered had been run out of their home by marauding ogres and orcs. You then very quickly discovered in conversation, because you didn't go in all weapons swinging, that they had been run out of their home at the Shrine of Severus, a shrine that you had already liberated of orcish control, and eventually got them to agree to leave and return to Severus so that your new friend, the mine overseer, could take up residence.
Yeah, that boys were liberators.
Oh, yeah.
They reluctantly left. You, after your current adventurers, took a strangely... Well, let's be fair. You took an obscene amount of time to kill a couple of carrion crawlers.
I thought I'd give everyone else a chance to do some damage.
An obscene amount of time to kill a couple of carrion crawlers.
Trying to level Stuart's endurance and con stat specifically by letting him soak up an insane amount of damage.
Yeah,
and just healing it a tiny bit at a time.
I've taken on so much poison now. I'm resistant.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
Don't do it. If you roll a 1, you're gonna die.
Natural 20.
Nah, you're all right. So, after leaving the mine, you discovered that the mine overseer was ready to take his place, but had taken some minor damage, a couple of scratches from the were-rats as they were leaving. But he would be fine. He would set up camp and use the full moon coming in 3 days' time to survey the area all the way through day and night. Not saying anything to him about what everyone had very quickly deduced, you decided to make your way as quickly as possible away from the mine.
I'm sure he'll be alright.
It's not our problem.
He seems tough.
Yet.
So, you are now in the forest. You are looking for the river, so you can make your way to Falcon's Lodge.
Yep.
Okay.
Indeedly do.
So, for finding the river then, I need you to roll me a perception or a survival check.
Is this the point at which it would be appropriate for me to open my character
21.
sheet?
Absolutely would.
Okay, I'll think about it.
14.
Both of them are 21 for me.
God, these are all 12s. There we go. That's a D20, and There we go. It's not even worth adding up. I rolled a 6 on the die, so.
Okay. And
Wait, don't I get advantage for rolling in
gonna
my
say.
favorite terrain?
Hey, there's just there's just one thing I want to bring up. Stu, you know when you rolled that d20 earlier, did you actually roll a natural 20 then?
I did actually, yeah.
And then Bri was like, "Oh yeah, that doesn't count."
Going off.
Bro, you better give him that natural 20 for something that actually matters later. This is your fault. You fucked up.
why?
I think he thinks the Sirenscape sound is an alarm.
You made him waste a d20, a natural 20. That's fucked up.
Waste all the crits before you get to play.
No.
It's my new DM tactic.
You got to at least give him inspiration or something, man. This is messed.
Okay, you can have inspiration for rolling a natural 20.
There you go.
Greg.
Can you hear that?
It's the Sirenscape.
Ah, is it? Oh, we are.
I think it's supposed to be the forest.
I forgot they loaded it up earlier. That just sounds like a fucking alarm.
Oh, what's this?
I've really got to stop putting it up so loud.
I'll turn down.
These new headphones, 3D sound. It's messing with me.
I'll turn down the nighttime crickets. Okay.
What do I do for my favorite terrain thing, by the way? Because it just says proficiency is doubled.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a fucking owl now.
It means you add your proficiency bonus twice. So if you look at like your survival skill or whatever, something you're proficient in, it's made up of your, I think, wisdom for survival plus your proficiency bonus.
So I just add the proficiency on top.
Yeah.
Okay,
that again,
24
so
then.
add +3 basically.
Okay, so 24 was my roll.
Okay. As you search through the forest then, without looking at any kind of map or compass, you, being in your favoured terrain, know exactly which way north is. And after a few long miles deeper into the wood, you do eventually find much more lush terrain. You can hear off in the distance.
Lemon lush.
Mm-hmm. You can hear off in the distance the gentle sound of water moving along the riverbed. You eventually get to the river. It is much louder here, out in the wild, than it is anywhere else you have been so far. There seems to be, or the forest seems to be teeming with possibly all of the life that wasn't present in the grassy plains below. Perhaps they all sought refuge here from the dragon, knowing that the trees would provide, much needed cover from above. But it does seem as if the entire forest is watching you and moving around you. As you get to the river, though, can you remember which way you were supposed to go?
I'm sure our characters can.
Yeah, I suppose. Okay.
West.
You do move west. And as you travel along the river, you do notice some lights through the trees up ahead. Night is falling. And as you get closer, you notice that a thin fog surrounds a fortified compound standing in a clearing just over the river on the east side. You can see it's surrounded by a 10-foot high log palisade. You can see the main building over it, 2-story stone and wood affair with a high-pitched roof, gables, window shutters, a stone chimney. There is currently no smoke coming out of the chimney. You can also then see attached to the main building a blocky tower of grey stone. And this high roof then is lined with battlements. There are some other structures inside the palisade. There is a 2-story stable. You see just off in the distance what is possibly a gatehouse with iron railings ringing the roof. And there is a stone bridge further down the river that spans the width of the river, and it ends before an oaken door set into the gatehouse's outer wall.
Make our way then, is it? Go knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Old as brass.
Although this doesn't sound very much like a lodge.
Stu's
Nope.
gonna rage before knocking the door.
Okay.
A rage knock.
As you make your way over then, over the bridge, and get closer to the door in the darkness, you do spy that there is a bell mounted next to the door with a rope hanging from the clapper.
Trying to ring a bell as hard as I can.
Ding, 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 ding.
Breaks the clapper
No,
off.
way harder than that.
As hard as you can, roll me a strength check.
You're
Come on
breaking
now.
the spell.
It's not that great. It's 14. It's fine.
So boom, 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 boom.
It's about right there.
Okay. It takes a moment, but you can then, after maybe a minute of waiting, hear slow footsteps over gravel. And they get louder and louder, but no quicker as they approach the door. And it's another minute before you hear maybe a large kind of bolt being moved on the other side of the gate. And a small, tiny kind of peephole opens. And through it, you see these two glassy eyes, one with a monocle over it, that greatly magnifies the size of the eye, so it's about 5 times the size of the other one. The pupil is turning milky white, and you can see both these eyes peer through the door at you. Good evening.
Hello. Is this Falcon's Lodge?
It is.
We come bearing gifts from Toblin.
Who?
Toblin.
No, I'm Corwin.
We have gifts for Falcon.
Gifts? You brought a falcon as a gift?
I'm gonna say, Fergan, you talk to him. You like talking.
You're muted, Greg.
You muted.
You did.
I tap the side of my head several times, and you see a little like volume indicator increase.
Okay.
Toblin sent us with wine.
Wine! Oh,
Yes.
you should have said. I am Corwin.
Nice to meet you. My name is Fergan, and these are the Fergan ears.
You don't have any ears.
Very astute.
They do. Are they your
Uh-huh.
ears?
Uh-huh.
Ah, Fergan's ears. Well met. Come in. Come in. It's cold and dark. And
Thank you.
You see him immediately kind of drop out of the way, and you hear a bit of a thud on the other side of the gate. But after a moment, there is a much heavier bolt sound being pulled across, and you see the door then fully begin to open. As Corwin then lets you in, you do notice that he is hunched over so much. He's walking on 2 walking sticks. You can imagine with the curvature of his spine, he may have been in life, well, in his younger days, about 6 feet tall. He's now hunched and slightly taller than Fergan. And he kind of beckons you with a walking stick, waving it. So he almost clacks it across one of your heads. Come, please, come.
Follow, I
I'm gonna shut the door for him and put the bolts across as I'm coming in.
You should lock the door behind us.
My God, Craig, yeah.
You, big
Were you
one.
born in a barn?
I lock the door.
Youngsters these days. It's like you don't know the dangers of the forest.
Is the forest very
I do.
dangerous?
The forest is incredibly dangerous. There's big.
A dragon?
Is there?
Well, it's on the mountain.
That's not forest danger, though.
It roams.
Ah, you sweet little boy. Let the grown-ups talk. Why are you here?
We brought wine from Toblin.
You brought your horses as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. And he slams quite hard. So you can see that there is still some strength in his old bones. And he slams his walking stick into the floor so hard that you can all feel the vibration through your feet. And after a moment, a young boy comes rushing out of the two-story stable. He's maybe just older than Fergan pretends to be.
Maybe pretends to be.
Sorry, just older than Fergan says he is.
What do you mean says he is?
You're a robot.
Yeah?
You were birthed into creation 9 years ago.
Yeah?
Cool. All right. Just older than Fergan is.
Manufacture a date on the back of his neck.
Stamped into it. And he comes and gestures to you without saying anything to take the reins of your horses.
I'm going to point at Craig's horse and say, be careful of that one.
And he looks at the horse and looks at you.
He'll be fine.
And then he motions with his hands. And Colwyn kind of cradles both of his sticks under one arm and motions back with his hands, but also speaks. He said be careful with it. These townsfolk don't know animals like we do they, Pell? All the while making different gestures with his hands. Pell smiles and makes the motion as if to laugh, but says nothing. There's no sound. And as he approaches Craig's horse looks at him. He holds out his hand. Craig's horse sniffs his hand and then bows and allows himself to be stroked. Okay. And Pell just takes the reins of 3 horses and they happily follow behind him. And he walks off and takes them into the stable.
I'm going to look at Sidestep and go, she's nice.
Very clever boy. Deaf and mute since he was a baby, but there is a language from him that animals seem to understand. He has a gift.
Impressive.
You should see what he can do with mice. Come! It's cold. I have arthritis, don't you know? And he kind of puts his walking sticks back on and starts to walk into the open doors of the hunting lodge. As you walk in, there is a huge room in the center, a grand table, almost the length of it. Not polished, not incredibly finely made, like you may have seen in the large dining halls of the city, but incredibly in keeping with the rustic aesthetic of the house. There are pelts thrown on the floor instead of carpet everywhere. There are horns, animal heads that line all of the walls. some monster's talons.
And crab claws.
The huge table appears to have been made from some sort of strange, dark, almost chitinous material.
Would you say that he uses antlers in all of his decorating?
A lot of his decorating, not all of it. But sitting at the far end, then, nearest to the large fire, you do see a hulking figure. You can see that the chair, as you were approaching, the chair, very much like all of the other ones, not one is bigger than any of the others. The chairs are made out of locally sourced wood, lovingly crafted, melded together in a way that they look almost naturally grown from the floor. And these chairs are large. They would, Craig would look like he is sitting in a normal-sized chair, being a large half-orc barbarian. This human man you see before you, wearing a fur-lined cloak over his studded leather, is huge. He is 6'6", 6'7", tall and wide, long black hair with some braids in it that falls over his incredibly broad shoulders. And as he peers up from you can see he's whittling wood, and the model of a horse in his hand is stunning in its craftsmanship. And you can see he's using just a very shoddy looking wood knife. But as he fixes his eyes on you, they are cold blue, sharp as ice. And he sets down the wood and the knife, scratches his neatly trimmed beard. Well met.
Falcon, I presume?
I'm Falcon to those who do not know me well, yes. Can I take your names as you are in my house?
My name is Fergan, and these are the Ferganeers. This...
Craig.
Sidestep.
Yes. I believe that you know...
Gonna nudge Sidestep and be like, the wine.
believe you know Toblin from...
I'm going to take the wine out whilst Fergan says this.
He sent us to bring a gift on his behalf.
I'll offer it to him.
He still apparently does not get the message that bottles of wine do not alleviate a life debt. I will not say no to the wine, though. Thank you. And he takes the bottle of wine from your hands. My name is Gustav.
A pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you also. But you can call me Falcon. It's easier.
They're pretty equally easy.
I'm assuming you've had quite a long journey to get here.
We were on the way from the Mountains Toe gold mine.
Ah, yes.
It wasn't too great of a detour.
Did the were-rats give you any issue?
No.
No, they proved amenable to reason. God damn it, amenable to reason. Words.
We convinced them to go back to where they've been staying.
Had you encountered them there? My understanding is that they hadn't been there that long.
There are more eyes in the forest than anyone realises, and if you know how to speak to the bearers of those eyes, you get quite a lot of news. As long as you're friendly, like.
Gonna have a shifty look around the windows, looking up to the forest.
Oh, can you talk to animals? My friend Craig can talk to animals.
I can. I don't do it that often. A lot of the animals in this forest don't take too kindly to the way I decorate my house. But every once
Can't
in a
imagine
while,
they would.
every once in a
Speaking
while,
of,
yeah.
no, are there any wolves decorating his house? I want to have a look.
You can see no wolf heads. However, roll me a perception check. Because I'm assuming you're not going to get down on the floor and...
Am I technically still in a forest?
Start sniffing.
17.
17.
Yeah.
As you look around, there are quite a few wolf pelts lining the floor.
Okay.
So, I take it you're, having travelled all this way through a dangerous forest, I take it you are adventurers.
We dabble in adventuring.
You dabble. You've got quite a few dents on you, young boy. Let's say more than dabble.
He
We
falls
killed a
down a
giant
lot.
evil crab that was terrorizing a village.
A giant crab. Where was that?
Very menacing.
It was definitely it was plotting. It was the mastermind of a plot. It was at
Here's the
coast-
lighthouse.
the lighthouse.
Right.
The crab doesn't also owe you a life debt, does he?
It's a crab.
I mean, it's Toblin.
Yeah. I assume Toblin owes a lot of people.
Toblin's a useful man. Or he can be.
The townmaster certainly seems to think so.
Well, it would appear he has at least the foresight to send me a group of adventurers when I appear to be in need of just such a group. Please, sit.
I knew it wasn't just wine. That motherfucker.
You thought he sent you all this way for wine?
Not at all.
I make my own wine.
None of us rolled an insight check.
I can only assume, having travelled these lands for a while now, that you're aware there are quite a lot of orcs about lately.
We might
Yeah.
have run into a couple.
The
Might have
woods,
sold a few heads.
a few heads.
I've still got my bag with 6 of them in. Jiggle it. It's probably starting to stink by now.
Oh, very much so. I can show you a way to clean those skulls if you'd prefer to use them as kind of, armor decoration.
Well, I usually like turn it into hearts. So ooh, yes.
A couple of skull shoulder pads and...
Would it mean that he's not constantly towing around a stinky sack? Because if so, I strongly vote for this.
It would, yes. If you are amenable to it, I suggest we do this as your rest tonight, because otherwise I'm making you sleep outside,
Deal.
because that stinks.
Yeah. He's been towing it for several days.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think I keep walking downwind of him? Or upwind of him?
Well, as you sit down then, Colwyn appears as if by magic, carrying a tray, and it's shaking, sloshing kind of like beer and juices out of the glasses, and there are trays of kind of meats and breads and cheeses, and he places them down in front of you.
Got the butler from Tomb Raider now.
Very good, sir. Well, I'll tell you now then, the orcs appear to be in league with the evil half-orcs that dwell southeast of here.
God, half-orcs. Hate him. Can't stand him. What terrible... Oh, sorry, Craig. Didn't see you there.
They're much less civilized than more of the city-dwelling or town-dwelling half-orcs. These seem to follow some strange god or some strange patron. But, no. They seem to either follow, be in league with, or are being controlled by the half-orcs. I've not seen orcs act like this in a long time. They're often seen in the company of these little stick creatures. They're known to creep about these woods. So all in all, quite a nasty lot.
Indeed.
They were last
But I
seen...
Would I happen to know
I mean,
anything about who they'd follow?
you can roll a history check, but you are not from this tribe.
Yeah.
Would I know anything about these possible stick creatures?
I said 13, so...
Okay. Unfortunately, not being from around here,
Yeah.
you don't know the customs of the tribes of this part of the land. You can roll me a nature check, Nikki, if you want to.
Oh, that's not very good. 13.
Okay. Little stick creatures, then? With a 13, the best you can guess is that they are maybe little dryads, but you can't really see them hanging around with orcs.
If they still technically count as forest, then it's 16.
If it's an evil little stick creature, the only thing that comes to mind, they could potentially be blights. So they could be mistaken, like you've heard of them previously, they're little creatures. They could be mistaken for shuffling, hunched humanoids. But up close, you have been told, at least by your master, they would then reveal themselves as like horrid plants with conifer-like needles that grow across their body in like quivering clumps. And they lash out at you and launch these needles if they feel threatened. And those needles can punch through armor and flesh. So, as you sit there and eat, Corwin, before you go, you are looking like you could do with some sleep, old man. But before you go, where did the badger say that he last saw the orcs? I believe it was the old woodland manse, sir. Possibly. I think. Would you like me to go and look for the badgers, sir? And Colwyn looks like genuinely worried. Falcon thinks for a moment. I think you're all right. Not tonight. Perhaps tomorrow. You can see a twinkle in his eye as Colwyn, very good, sir, just walks off. There's an old woodland manse hereabouts. Used to be owned by a wizard or a scholar. Book type. Pale. You know the kind. And he was studying the elven runes scattered throughout these woods, and we didn't get on very well. But if they are guesting anywhere, the orcs are probably there. If you can do me the kindness of killing a few, driving them off, I will reward you.
What direction is this old manse in?
The manse? It's roughly 10 miles from here, through the woods.
That wasn't a direction.
You wanted the actual direction.
Yeah, which way we go in?
Let me see now. Load, you fuck.
That wasn't a direction either.
East.
East. There we go.
Falcon's there, like Google Maps. Yeah, fucking.
Aye, it's about 10 miles east. So,
You know what their numbers are like.
to be fair to him, he's a badger. So there was 1, 2, 3, many. So
That's fine. It could have been lots.
That's how Craig counts.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, many, lots.
Give me a moment. He walks over to an old battered chest and opens it and takes out a beautiful pair of boots. Just from one look, you can tell through the incredibly artistic stitching on them, the way it looks like the leather is cut into leaves that would wrap themselves around your feet and legs as you put them on. They are gorgeous and elven in make. This is a pair of boots of elven kind. I've had them for a long time, but the magic is still strong. And plus now, I've been at this for long enough that I can move silently through the forest. But I would assume that at least one of you would find these useful. If not, you could always sell them.
I'm sure we could make use of them.
Well, upon return, you can have them. But for now, if you'd like a rest, I have a guest house available. Corwin! And
How come
shouts,
Toblin owes you a life debt?
well, there was this man who had somehow been persuaded to allow Toblin to handle all of his financial affairs, which, if you know Toblin very well, is not a good idea at all. And unfortunately, this man discovered how bad an idea that was and tried to kill him. So I showed that man the error of his ways, and Toblin swore a life debt to me.
Sounds like Toblin.
Sounds like he swore a life debt intending to pay it with other people's lives.
Sounds like Toblin.
It's always got an angle, that one.
But for
We
now,
noticed the forest seems full of animals. Everywhere else we'd gone has been void of life.
they're probably avoiding the dragon.
The dragon not tend to come to the forest.
It's a lot more difficult to land when you can't see where the ground is from above. Plus, with white dragons, they're a lot more... They prefer open spaces. I very much doubt they'd like the confines of a heavily wooded forest.
Right, I believe your daughter is trying to get your attention in the chat.
I'm fully aware.
It's fair. Who likes forest?
I'm just gonna look at Craig after he says that.
Okay.
Everyone wants to know, cookies or not? Just answer the damn question.
We want to know if Chris is getting these cookies.
I've just texted her.
Oof, mystery.
But yes, Colwyn comes back in. You can already see that he's very quickly changed into a long night, like pajamas and a nightcap. Nice. Sir, show these fine fellows to the guest house. I think we'll be staying the night.
Is that owl that loud all night?
I could, if you wish, I could go and shoot it for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't being serious. That owl
Leave
is my
the
friend.
poor owl alone.
I'm just going to walk off.
Okay. Colwyn leads you out.
Seafood.
He's holding a candle and peering through the darkness. His monocle is gone, but he leads you to a single-story building, quite sturdily built, next to the stables. Opening the door, you see quite a comfortable bunkhouse. Beds, washing facilities, a place to store your gear. Will there be anything else, gentlemen?
No,
Don't
I think
think
that'll
so.
be all.
Thank you very much.
Could you
Good.
point me back to the house?
I'll turn him physically in the right direction. Go straight.
Thank you, young man. Good night.
Good night, Colwyn.
He totters off
Good
back
night.
to the house.
I was so tempted to say that he had to go get that badger.
That man should not be working at all, but certainly not working out here in the middle of the woods.
I'm sure he's looked after.
You think?
Should we get some sleep then, lads?
Oh, yeah.
Did I just hear an arrow sound?
Bro, you're muted.
Roll a perception check.
20.
You did hear an arrow
Nice.
sound.
Is the owl gone?
You listen for a moment.
Greg's got a big smile on his face. Just tucks himself in.
You don't hear an owl.
Oh. Your daughter is not going to forgive you for this.
I didn't do it.
I think you did.
No, Falcon.
It's all Craig's fault.
Falcon said the owl was his friend. What just happened?
He insulted his mother.
Makes sense.
Suddenly the owl, or a couple of owls, fiercely start hooting. And you
Houting.
hear- houting.
Hout, hout! Hout, hout! As
And you
owls
hear-
famously say.
Off in the distance, Falcon chuckling to himself.
During a load of owls start hooting, I quickly pick Fergus up and put him under the door handle.
Why am I here?
You're our lookout. We go back to bed.
For owls? Craig, are you afraid of owls?
Blanket over my head.
Okay.
Do you all go to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Okay.
I mean, in as much as I ever
I-
go to sleep.
You can if any of you need to. Then.
Sorry, I do actually want to do something.
Okay, go for it.
After a few hours,
You
I
start
wanna-
howling, I'm going to slap you.
no, I want to sneak into the house.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're going to set off the Fergan alarm.
I will absolutely see you
Yeah.
get up and go to do this. I'm like,
Fergan
I'm not hiding from you.
absolutely sees you do it.
where are you going? And why?
To free some brothers. So I'm going to sneak into the house.
Okay.
Okay.
This is
Rex
gonna
just
go badly,
snoring
but-
loudly.
Roll me as you leave a stealth check.
Oh, thank God for that. That is a 23.
Okay, cool. Have you got past that trace as a spell yet?
No, didn't take it. I took a heal because we're desperate for them.
Good point. Okay, yeah. that's
Rude. I'm the healer.
fine. Okay. You make your way across the courtyard. There is no sound. The horse, well, apart from the wildlife, the crickets, the owls, which have calmed down again. You eventually get to the house. Still no movement. The door is not closed.
Can I see anybody?
There are embers burning in the fire. Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay. Most of the lights inside the house have been extinguished, but in varying shades of greys and blacks and whites, you peer around. Roll me a perception check.
15.
15. Okay. You cover all the corners of the room. In the dying embers of the fire, you cannot at this time see anyone in the room.
I want to find those wolf pelts.
Okay. You remember the ones you saw from earlier. Start gathering them up. There are about 8 in total.
I want to sneak back out,
Okay.
find somewhere out the way,
Okay.
and I want to bury them.
Okay. All right, I suppose. Yeah. You find somewhere out of the way, below a large tree still growing in the palisade wall. Roll me a strength check to see how long it takes to dig.
Strength. Where are you? 13.
Okay. It takes you a while to dig deep enough that they're not immediately then going to be found straight away. But eventually, after maybe an hour or so's toil, incredibly tired, you do think you've got deep enough that no one's going to find the pelts. Chuck them in.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Chuck them in. Start to cover it over. Doesn't take as long as it took to dig, but it's still hard going. And eventually, your work is done.
I'll sneak back and go to bed.
As you sneak back, as you turn away from the tree, you see a small flame flicker in the darkness as it is touched to a pipe. And you notice that the shadow leaning against the tree next to you
I knew I was going to regret this.
Mm-hmm.
takes a long puff from the pipe and lets the smoke out slowly. And the shadow moves, and you see Falcon standing there in the darkness next to you. What was that about?
Laying some brothers to rest.
Brothers, is it? Don't look like a wolf. Well, there is something lupine about you. The way you move. You'll not be influenced by the full moon that's due soon, will you?
Nope.
Then I suppose we have no quarrel. And
Fair enough.
after seeing all the hard work you did, I will not disturb the pelts you've laid to rest there.
Thank you. Sorry for going from behind your back.
You could have just asked. I will tell you, though, that not one of those wolves was killed for sport. Every single one of them attacked me. They're all killed in defense.
Fair enough.
Don't give me those eyes, Anya. It's a fantasy game. I'm making up a story. Go away. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, it's all those wolves and Valheim.
Someone's on my side.
She walked in as I said, all of those wolves I killed. I just went, But yes, he nods to you in the darkness and makes his way back to the lodge.
Go to sleep.
Okay.
Are you sneaking back in, or are you just opening the door and
But
going
I'm not sneaking back now.
I hear the door go and just like flip over in bed with my axe and go, owls!
Okay. Are you
I
going...
sorted those owls out for you, Craig. I won't bother you anymore.
Go back to sleep.
I have a question for you, Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to sleep in? Or are you going to get up at the same time as everyone else?
I'm guessing this is... You're going to give me a point of exhaustion, is it?
It is quite early in the morning now. It is wee hours of the morning. You've taken
What
a
does-
while to do this.
Exhaustion do again?
1 level of exhaustion. Give me a second just so I can get it right. There we go.
Oh, I got it for you, actually.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on ability checks. What time would you say it is? Because 8 hours for a long rest, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Roughly what time?
It's about 3 o'clock.
How
in the
late
morning.
would it be? It would be like 11. No, I'll take the...
Take a point
I'll
of
take
exhaustion.
the... Yep.
Okay. So the sun rises the next day. Craig comes to natural wakefulness. Fergan, I'm assuming, is when you see Craig move, you begin to move as well.
As soon as I see Craig move, I just make an owl sound.
Okay.
Actually, straight back out.
How do you react, Craig?
Got my axe at the ready. Looking at Fergan. Put it back.
Woo!
Greg's only ever seen owls in like taverns, and they look like big scary winged things. Don't know what it does.
Okay. So, it is morning. You can see by the look on Sidestep's face he is very tired, exhausted. But yawning himself up out of bed. Are you all ready to start the day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you walk out, then Colwyn is in the courtyard, and you can see scattering seed on the floor for a bunch of free-roaming chickens. They're just running through the courtyard. Good morning, sirs. Did you all sleep well?
Nope.
Good, good,
Yep.
good. I'm glad to hear it. Good. The master of the lodge apologizes that he cannot greet you this fine morning. And you can see above it is like complete and total cloud cover and looks like it's about to rain. But he said he had business in the forest and hoped to see you again soon upon your return. Where are you going?
Take care of some orcs.
Where?
To kill some orcs.
Oh, there have been many orcs in the forest of late. Ugly brutes. You'll be wanting to go west.
That's not what we were told
By
last
who?
night by your master.
What did
Who
he?
was told by you?
What
Have you
did-
done a braai?
No, what did he say?
East.
Yes, east, like I said.
Right, we'll go west then.
You'll go east.
Yep.
That's, yes, what I said.
It's been a pleasure talking to you this morning, Colwyn. Can we have our horses?
Yes, of course. And he hits his walking stick against the floor again. Pell comes running out of the stable, leading the 3 horses behind him. He strokes them, and they kind of nip at his clothes affectionately. And then they stand up straight. Your horse looks at you. Again, Craig, like, almost like it's raising an eyebrow, like, yeah, okay, fine.
Colwyn, I have a question.
Hmm?
Have you seen a gnome in these parts wearing all purple clothes?
I haven't seen any homes in these parts.
No, I
No
tap the side of my
homes.
head until the volume bar goes up again. No, a gnome. Have you seen a gnome?
Gnomes?
One gnome wearing purple,
No.
Very-
No, we've got
very powerful.
15. And he points off to a small kind of vegetable garden. You can see there are lots of gnome figurines dotted around the garden. I don't think any of them are in purple.
A living person of the gnomish race. Also, those are offensive.
Oh, you mean a gnome?
Yes,
You should have said.
I should have.
Purple-clad gnome named Fergen von Schmergen.
He didn't mention the name.
Smurgen von Smurgen, actually.
Schmergen von Schmergen. I think I might have, actually.
Yes. When?
I was a young man.
Okay. Have you seen him more recently?
Oh, yes.
Okay. When?
Perhaps 4 moons ago.
Holy shit, Corwin. Where was he going?
Language.
Well, it was on the night of a full moon,
Righto.
and I couldn't really say where he was going. There were wolves, great beastly things, slavering jaws, rabid to the last. and I was out picking a particular nighttime flower for Master, because he, pays well.
Okay.
And they surrounded me, and the gnome came to my aid. He seemed to be worried about them, because they weren't local wolves.
I see.
And suddenly this mist descended. Strange smell, wet it was. It was, and it descended, and the wolves ran into it, and their howls were cut off. They seemed to echo from miles away, even though they'd been right there moments before.
Where was this, Corwin?
I don't remember. Master might.
Could you... It's very important to me that you try as hard as you possibly can to remember everything.
I was knocked out by one of the last wolves to be killed by the gnome.
But you must have made it back here.
Master carried me.
I see.
Master said that the gnome chased the wolves into the mist.
Corbin, do you have any plans to retire?
Why? Are you... Do you run a retirement home?
No, Corbin. Just, you seem... this seems like a perilous place to live for someone so advanced in years.
It was as perilous to someone first coming here in my teens. It is no more perilous now. However, here I have found the home of my heart. I could never leave the forest or my chickens. I am at peace here, regardless of the danger.
I'm very happy for you. Thank you for the information. I will discuss this with your master when we return.
Probably best.
Anyway, off to kill some orcs.
And you make your way out of the palisade through the gate. You can see Pell rushing ahead of Corwin, who's making his way down to lock the gate behind you. The Pell manages to get there, waving. And you can see he does make some gestures with his hands as if he's trying to say something to you.
Can we figure out what he's trying to convey?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Ooh. 18.
Natural 20. 22.
Natural 20. Yeah.
Today is the day to waste your 20s.
Yeah! Wait till the fighting starts.
Having seen the conversation they had last night, and being all incredibly observant, and for some reason today more intelligent than ever, you can determine at least a few of the letters, sounds, the gestures translate to as good luck. But you kind of also get the idea, Craig, he's gesturing more to the horse than you.
Bet.
Just to check, just so I know, was that the sort of roll I should have rolled disadvantage on?
Yes,
yeah.
all ability checks,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. So I would have known fuck all.
Cool. Okay. But yes, you make your way then into the forest, getting ready to travel east, back along the river. It takes you maybe an hour and a half on horseback to make your way along the flatter ground near the river. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Again, disadvantage, yeah.
Ooh.
So,
There it is.
perception. That
17.
is 18. I get to add my 3 to this because we're in a forest, so still 21.
At 5.
Okay.
Just looking for owls like that.
As you get closer, the bird song dies away. The river almost seems to quiet and hush. And off in the distance, you do begin to hear heavy impacts. Sound of grunting.
Someone's shooting a porno.
Get out. Well, hope one of you says something because I can't hear this, so I'm just fucking. I'm going. I'm on my horse at the fucking front, boys.
We'll stop you. I think it's
Yeah.
time to dismount.
Okay.
And go sneakily.
You hear that? All of the bird song has stopped. That means there's some sort of winged predator around that have scared all of the other birds away.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of monstrous, maybe nocturnal bird of prey.
You're gonna look a sidestep and say, "Did you find an off button?"
Death comes on
Unfortunately
silent
not.
wings.
So, as you progress then, everyone roll me a stealth check.
Oh yeah.
15.
What the shit? Natural
24.
20. Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay. So, you eventually find a trail. Following that trail through the woods, you come to a foggy clearing, in the midst of which stands a crumbling 2-story manse, all but hidden behind very thorny ivy. The large house is set atop a 6-foot-high stone foundation. The main entrance has a balcony above it. You can see huge patches of wild-growing pumpkins all around the manse. You can see several wild boars feeding among them. You're at the edge of the clearing, looking at it. What do you want to do?
Any orcs or half orcs or blights around?
Okay. Give me a moment.
You say wild boars?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say there are 30 to 50 of them?
Unfortunately not.
Only a few wild hogs.
Okay. Roll me a perception check again then.
Is this to count the hogs?
11. Are we still technically forest?
You're just at the edge of the forest.
It counts.
Look,
14.
even a clearing in a forest is in a forest. You're
Oh, yeah.
okay.
14.
I rolled a 25.
Okay.
9.
As you stare, then you can see on the upper level of the manse, passing through the windows, but all of which appear to be inside, are some orcs.
Okay. How do we want to play this? Should we
Cautious.
do some more recon?
Mm-hmm.
Go around the manse
Same
to
as
see what we see.
That's
Yeah,
always
same
been
as
a
we
good
did
idea
with
in the past.
same as we
Yeah.
did last time. We'll circle around the area.
Yeah, we'll take quite a wide circle. So try to come back around the back of the manse.
Okay. As you make your way around, then the boars that are snuffling in the pumpkin patches kind of sniff the air, look over at you. They just kind of grunt at you and go back to their snuffling, but you can see some of them are keeping an eye as you move your way around through the woods. They're maybe 30 feet away from you.
Quick, Craig, tell them we're not a threat to them.
Yeah, okay. That's
You're going to have to speak quite loudly to tell them this,
Yeah,
you know.
don't
30
actually
feet
do
away.
yeah. Yeah, we just keep circling around.
Okay. So as you circle around, then you can see the majority of the downstairs, or the lowest level. There doesn't seem to be that much movement inside. All of the movement appears to be on the upper floor, from what you can tell. On the other side of the house, though, from where you were looking, appears to be a large courtyard. There is like a bridge that goes over it, but you can see in the middle of the courtyard is a huge tree. It seems to be growing out of a well. You cannot see the roots. The tree itself stretches up, maybe, and you can just see it now as you get to a good angle on the other side of the house. You can just see it now poking above the top of the two-story house and its roof. You know it, sidestep, automatically as a Gulthias tree.
Oh, how am I spelling that?
Gulthias. It looks like a Gulthias tree. Roll me a nature check to see how much you know about it.
Should have slept in. Nature. 8, 11.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Gulthias tree is legend. It is said to have blood for sap. Some say that it can come alive and chase people, but those are said to be superstition.
Okay, I will pass this on to my companions.
Yeah?
Pass the info on, yeah.
Okay.
That's a freaky tree.
We want to avoid hitting the guilty ass tree, yeah?
For the moment, yeah.
You see anyone else in the courtyard? Or does it look pretty empty?
Looks relatively empty.
Can we still see people up in the second floor on this side?
You can, yes.
How far away are they?
From where you're looking, if you walk out now, there will be quite a large clearing, like farmland, that hasn't been tended to in a while. So there's no cover. But if you stay in the trees, you are about 100 feet away from the window. And you can see
that's absolutely fine.
And you can see the shadows moving.
Do we want to bring them to us?
We don't know how many. We don't know how many people are inside.
Hmm. What are your thoughts then? How do we do this?
Do we see any entrances to the house?
There is the front entrance with the balcony over it that you saw when you approached from when you were originally
Yeah, no, I
approaching the
mean
west.
here at the rear.
Yes, on the other side of the courtyard, just past the tree, you can see that there are doors then into rooms inside the house.
Can we see anyone in any of those rooms?
The doors appear closed. Most of the house and windows, unfortunately, on this level are almost completely covered in the ivy.
Any outside cellar access?
Outside cellar access.
Hmm.
The stone foundation, from what you can see from where you've gone around, the stone foundation appears to be quite solid. You can't see any gaps in the wood, or gaps in the stone, sorry, that would denote windows or a cellar or doors or entrances into it from that way.
Okay.
I'm looking for like what would be like a kitchen door, I guess.
Okay. I mean, unfortunately, it is all quite uniform outside, and as most of the downstairs windows are covered in ivy, from this distance especially, it would be very difficult to tell what is inside.
Well, I suppose the windows being covered in ivy probably means that we don't have to worry about people seeing us if we sneak up to one of the doors.
Just steer clear of the tree.
Stick to the edges of the courtyard. That way
Okay,
they're less
then.
likely to see us from the upper floors as well.
So we're gonna sneak to one of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you sneak to the doors, then all of the boars.
There are boars this side too.
There are boars in the pumpkin patches surround the manse, and there are boars in each one.
Now is the time to tell them we're just passing.
I don't think this is going to end well.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'll.
You have like one
cast-
spell. Why are you so reluctant to use it?
I'll do it. I can't speak with animals on the nearest boar to me.
Okay.
How intelligent? Pigs are quite intelligent, I suppose.
For sure.
Huh.
Okay.
Have you seen the rest of my half-orc buddies around?
Yes.
Where are they?
Inside.
How many?
Lots.
Fucking pigs. Cool. I'll. We're just gonna go and say hi. Is there any? Fuck, there's nothing I can really ask him. He's fucking too dumb. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any more fucking information.
Are you saying all this out loud in pig?
Yeah.
Just
Babbling to myself.
Just tell him that we're friendly and we're not, we don't mean any harm to him or the other 30 to 50 feral hogs around here.
You look after the pig. Us, friend, little friend, smelly friend.
You don't speak pig, you're not offended.
Yeah, good point.
Which side?
As I say, smelly friend, I'm like that.
Okay.
Nicky, yeah.
Roll me a persuasion check.
On a pig. What are we? 30.
13. Okay.
Pretty
Yeah.
good for a pig.
Yeah.
Which side are you entering from? The front door that you saw at first?
No, we're at
No,
the
we're
rear.
going
Where we
yeah.
circled around the
We're
back.
going through the
Yeah.
courtyard, yeah.
Okay, cool. Fine.
Fine,
Mm.
says.
Well, that is.
I don't want to read too much into it, but what do you mean fine?
So you can see then stone steps basically lead down a level, or not a level, a full level, a little bit, to a flagstoned courtyard that has a pillared arcade. Then above you, 7 windows on the upper level overlook the courtyard. You can see then in the middle of it is the 5-foot wide stone well with the thick tree erupting from it. You can hear above guttural snorts and yells erupting from the southeast corner, where you would previously seen the shadows from the exterior. They don't appear to have noticed you. Can you hear? You can speak Orcish, can't you, Craig?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
This is where the bad rolls come out now. Oh! That's a 4.
Shite.
A 4.
Yeah.
They seem to be. You hear a lot of grunts and snorts, and a very
You think they're filming a porno?
strange guttural language. You think they're planning something. You can't really tell what.
I'll say to Fergal and Sidestep. I can't hear what they're saying, but I think they may know we're here.
Oh. How?
Yeah.
No, they're not making any like excited comments. There's nothing that tells you that they're getting ready for something, but they appear to be planning something.
Let's say they sound like they're planning something, but I can't tell what.
Is it a party?
In the courtyard now, there are 5 doors. 2 to your right, 3 to your left.
What one's closest to us?
As you walk into the courtyard, there's 1 to your right and 1 to your left.
Left.
Okay. There we go.
We'll go to the west.
To that.
Okay. As you make your way, then the door is thick with vines. Do you want to try and push open quietly, or just go straight through?
Quietly.
Yeah, we're going stealthy.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check then.
I'm gonna let those two do the door.
23.
23. Okay.
9.
I'm gonna take my dagger and sort of like run it up the the sides of the door and try and cut through as many of the vines as possible before we try opening it.
No problem. Okay.
Oh well.
And then Craig, roll me a strength check, please.
That's more like it. 19.
Okay. You push the door open, and even though you were helped by Fergan with a knife slicing through all of the vines, you are still... It is still quite loud as it grinds across the floor. You all duck inside, and the sounds from above... They're not going to change with a 3. The sounds from above denote that no one has heard you. As your eyes adjust to the gloom inside, though, you can see that this room was once a bedchamber, kitchen, and dining room, seemingly all rolled into one. 4 beds stand along a south wall. with shuttered windows and nightstands between them. Against the west wall are 4 wardrobes and a cabinet open and full of plain dishware and cutlery. 4 chairs then surround a small dining table in the northeast corner, and a trestle table strewn with pots and cooking utensils stands near an old blackened fireplace. All of the furnishings are made of wood. The ceiling in the southwest corner of the room, though, has collapsed. You can see it's filling the area below with debris and leaves a jagged hole through which the room above is also visible.
What do we see in the room above?
Do you want to have a look? As you get there, as you get to the corner then and look up, there's not much you can see. Not from where you are, but you could probably drag some of the furniture over to climb up.
Craig, lift me up.
There is, however, another door that leaves this room. You can see from its positioning, it's probably one of the 3 doors on the left hand of the courtyard. There were 2 doors that entered this room.
Okay.
From the courtyard. Bit excessive, but yeah, there were 2 doors. I'm looking at the map and I don't fucking understand why.
Doors that lead further in?
No doors that lead further in.
No.
Okay.
Just the hole.
Just the hole, okay.
So the only way in and out of this room is literally to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck designed this manse?
However, what I will say is that now you are inside, the sound of the guttural grunting and orcish language is much louder, as if it is directly above you.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear how many voices there are?
Roll me a perception check. You've been doing so well on these.
I know. That's shit as well. That's an 11.
An 11?
Mm-hmm.
There are many.
As long as there's not lots.
Can I try and work out how many there are?
You absolutely can.
That's a 15.
A 15.
Yeah.
Counting and listening, as you know, you are quite schooled in noticing the different pitch and tone and like recognizing sounds. After maybe 5 minutes of listening, you're pretty certain there are 7 distinct voices above you.
How large did you say this room was?
The room you are currently in is 20 feet by about 35 feet.
Are there any supports for the floor above? Or, pillars, anything like that?
There are not.
Ah, shit.
However, the floor above you, or the ceiling above you, most of the plaster that covered the ceiling has come away. It is wood. It's maybe 15 foot from floor to ceiling. And you can see that at least in one corner it has started to collapse. Because you can see the debris below, or in the room with you. The rest of it doesn't look too strong.
Is there a chandelier?
There is not, unfortunately.
Shitty room. Can we discern what the purpose of this room was?
Investigate the room. Roll me an investigation check.
I will. Don't you threaten me with a good time. 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. As you very quietly open some of the small chests near the beds, the wardrobes are filled with moth-eaten but quite uniform robes of different sizes, different magical symbols over them. It doesn't take you very long to work out, and I wouldn't even ask you to do an Arcana check, that these magical symbols are for design only and do not mean anything. But they're also very average make. They would appear to be the robes of acolytes or apprentices. And as Falcon said, a scholar or a wizard did once own this manse. So you can imagine that he would have had apprentices with him, and seen as this room doubled up as a bedchamber, dining room and kitchen all in one, or tripled up, this was probably where they stayed when they were not in attendance to him.
I put on a robe and a wizard hat.
Okay. It's a bit musty, but the smallest one at least does fit. So you've got a grey-white robe with dark blue collar and cuff, and a dark blue pointed wizard hat.
Excellent.
The grunting above is carrying on.
How high is the ceiling?
About 15 foot above you.
The floor doesn't seem too structurally sound, no?
It's old wood. Hasn't been restored in a while.
What's the...
You can hear the creaking as they move around above you.
Okay. What's the... What's this room look like from the inside? Like, if we were to go to the door, looking into the room, would I have, like, a decent idea of the ceiling above me?
Yeah.
I really
Cool.
want to pull that. I really want to pull the floor above down.
I'm gonna usher these two to go back towards the door and stand outside and stand in the doorway.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use one of my lightning bolt spells, which is 100 feet in a straight line, I believe, and sets things on fire. And I'm just gonna hit the fucking floor above me.
Oh yes, that is excellent. I
That's
don't
beautiful.
have shit for this. I'm
No,
so
me
glad
either.
you have that.
Okay. I'm not going to allow a dexterity saving throw to avoid the lightning bolt, because none of them know it's coming.
Also, it's aimed at a floor.
Also, it is aimed at
Yeah.
the floor.
I got no idea what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Beast
It's new to me.
I'm going to leave that on a cliffhanger for a moment then.
Before
we
we
take care of
himself.
work out what happens.
Before we determine the effects, because we should have taken a break about a quarter of an hour ago, but we were on a roll. But yes, we won't be long. 10-15 minutes. We'll be right back, and we will determine the outcome of what Craig has just started. But yes, don't go anywhere. We will not be long. Thank you very much for sticking around. See you in a bit. Okay. Hello. Welcome back to episode 8, The Dragon of Icespire. For those who were watching before the break, where we left off, Craig suddenly remembered that he had the blessing of the lightning god.
And suddenly remembered, I've had this on the back burner, right? I've been waiting.
Okay, I believe you. So,
Didn't sound like he believed you.
Roll me some damage, please, Craig.
Right. How much damage is it doing there? Where is it? I did save the tab.
It's a third level lightning. It's a third level lightning bolt.
8d6? Is it that one? Because I can't add spells to my character. I'm guessing that's it. Lightning bolt, third level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Cool. I think I'll be interested now. What we got? 11. $21.
21.
That's a pretty huge amount of damage to do to rotting wood.
Yeah.
And it
It's gonna
travels.
set it on fire.
And it travels, as you said, for 100 feet.
100 feet
Okay.
in a straight line, and I want it to basically go straight along the floor, setting anything wood on fire. I believe it does.
Okay.
Lightning ignites flammable objects in the area
Mm-hmm.
that aren't being worn or carried.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Give me a second. That's you guys. Okay. And just thinking, working out some geometry. Okay, I need everyone to roll me an initiative.
Hark at him with the fucking geometry.
I don't do this at disadvantage, do I?
No, not an initiative.
Initiative, no.
12.
13.
17.
Okay. There we go. Right. Okay. Jesus fuck. As you see the lightning then leave Craig's hands.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Like Cyclops.
Alright, fine. Not like Cyclops. Cyclops is shit. But as you see the lightning leave Craig's eyes, striking the ceiling above, the wood explodes as the lightning bolt passes straight through it. And in the flare of the bolt, you can see that it does strike 3 large figures above. And it does 21 damage, you said, Craig?
Oh shit, I should have written it down now.
You did say 21, yeah.
21, yeah.
21, cool. Dead. Dead.
Nice.
Dead.
Nice.
Remind me full damage rules, Greg?
1d6 per 10 feet, I think, mate.
Cool. Okay, so just the 1d6 on this now. The floor almost immediately collapses, bringing the residents of the room above hurtling down 15 feet in a straight drop to the room below them, crushing everything that was left standing in the room. And... Oh, fucking hell. Dice of the Beholder dice set, brought to you by Blink Dog Dice, for rolling the maximum number, apparently, on all of the dice. Each one
that's what I think they're for.
Yeah, each one of
You heard him. Guaranteed max numbers on every single dice.
Each one of the orcs that hits the floor takes 6 points of damage and are prone.
Nice.
How many are there?
4 that appear to still be moving and aren't burnt to a crisp by lightning.
Nice.
I'm just gonna give Craig a fist bump.
I think that's fair and proportionate. Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Okay. So they're all prone. Hang on, let me Let me remove some easy to remove walls to cast a bit more light on this scene, shall we?
This is going to be fun because I can attack twice now.
That's better. Okay, so after that lovely start to this fight, Craig.
I'm a fucking rage.
Okay, you're gonna
You
rage.
human champion raging.
Full on. And I'm gonna go for the nearest one to me, which I take it is the one just inside the building by there.
Yep. So you're gonna walk just inside the door.
Yeah.
I imagine he's got a good strut on as well after that move.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he has.
Come on.
Balls like that.
Crotch first. There we go.
And yeah, I'm gonna take a swing at him.
With advantage because he is prone.
Prone.
Oh no, I get disadvantage on phone things, don't I?
Absolutely do.
So that's not that great.
Could
16.
Just stab it, Nikki. 16 does hit.
Nice.
Yeah, you do have 2 short swords.
Speaking of, actually, now that I get 2
Nice.
attacks per turn, does that mean I technically get 3?
So that's 9.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 attacks with your main hand and 1 with your offhand.
16 damage.
16 damage.
Yep.
Okay. That's another lopped off orc head to add to the collection as you bring your axe down, smashing through the orc's neck and the debris from the floor below it.
Is the other one next to him?
You've still got some movement left, yeah?
Yeah, and I've got a second attack as well.
You've got 2 attacks now as well, haven't you?
Yep. So I'm gonna go for the fucking next one.
Of course you are.
I'm just going to whisper to Fergus. Should we
Advantage
just
as
leave
well.
him to it?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Yeah, so 27.
27.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Oh,
I swear
nice.
to God, for one of these campaigns, I'm going to find that random AC monster stat
Seven.
that someone dreamt up.
17 damage again.
17 damage again, yeah?
Yeah.
So, second orc is once more decapitated. Craig, the orc executioner. You've still got 10 feet of movement left if you want to move up to the next one.
Yeah, I'll move up to the next one.
I tell you what, Stu, this has been a hell of a round.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just killed 5 orcs in the space of 6 seconds.
I decimated half a building.
Okay.
Fucking great.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Sidestep.
I'm going to contemplate just leaning against the door and leaving it all to Craig. And then I suppose I'll walk in to the nearest orc.
Okay.
I like how you opened the door.
Go for it.
And I shall take my 3 shots. Actually, no, I'll put my hunter's mark on him first. Then I'll take my 3 hits with my sword.
Okay.
First one.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay.
Good
So that was
roll.
12. And then... Oh, that's even better. So, where's my hit these days? So, 20 to hit.
20 to hit.
I have to roll a different dice for this, so let's get rid of that. That's my hunter's mark, and that's my dreadful strikes.
Hey! Thanks
So
for
that-
the raid. Didn't see that.
4, 8, 10, plus...
Oh yeah, wow.
So, 14 damage on the first one.
Thanks for the raid, Game Chef. 14 damage on the first one. Yep, the first orc you stab straight through its throat. Don't worry, Craig will behead it later to add to the collection.
Any movement left?
Yeah.
Can I get to that last one?
Absolutely can.
Okay, so I don't roll that anymore. I'll take a swipe at him. Oh, these are 2 terrible rolls. That is 15 to hit.
15 hits.
Oh, he doesn't have the hunter's mark on him either, so this is not going to do that much. That's 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
Is he still alive?
Nope.
Nope, okay.
So, in one quick round, you have decimated all of the orcs you could hear.
It wasn't even one round. I didn't even get to go.
I'm just going to look at Craig and be, with my sword, be like, I'm starting to like these things.
Okay. Fergan,
Yes,
roll me a perception check.
I'd love to. That is 15 plus, I want to say 6. No, 8. 23.
Nice.
23. Okay.
23.
So, with that 23,
There's now 30 to 50 feral hogs descending on us from outside.
no, with that, you are not surprised when out of the door behind you, bursting into the courtyard, comes a much larger orc.
That's one.
In fact, as you look at him, he's not an orc. He's huge, built,
Does he have layers?
but he's a half orc.
Oh. Wow.
Covering his armor are strange wooden spines. And as he sees you, he makes ready to attack. What would you like to do? Because it's your turn.
Well, first of all, I would like to move inside the room
Okay.
over to where Craig and Sidestep are.
Okay. A second. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. There we are. Cool. And there we go. So we'll move in to where those two are. We can get there. That's cool.
And then I call out, "Oh no! A witch coated all your armor and weapons in an oil that makes you infertile, and and you can't become aroused. Quick, take them all off and cast them far away from you." And he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay. $18.
Ah, he passes. You're a cock.
I can't do anything. Sorry, it's the dice. It's
You
Blake
could
Dog
do
dice.
something. Anyway, I'm going to inspire Craig
Yep.
with my bonus action.
Cool. You've got enough movement. You could go past Craig. And
I would love to go another step back, so I'm in in the back line where I ideally want to be.
Yeah. So you're good.
Sick.
What was your inspiration dice, Greg?
It is. It might have gone up actually. Let me check. Let me check that for you. It is 1d8 now.
Cool.
Okay. So, crashing through the door
In a one-horse open sleigh.
comes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Crashing through the door, the huge, quite dexterous half-orc comes. And holding out its hands, it casts Thunderwave. There is a huge thunderous clap that causes you to almost drop your weapons to cover your ears. I am gonna need...
Would I get an attack of opportunity if Nicky's within 5 feet of me? If he's going to attack the lot of us in one go?
No.
Or would it not because of the spell?
The Sentinel function...
only if it's a direct attack.
If it's a direct attack against a creature.
Okay.
If it is an area of effect, no, it doesn't work.
Right.
However, if you look at feats the next time you can possibly get one, I recommend having a look at Mage Slayer.
Yeah, that's the one I've looked at.
But yes, I'm going to need everyone to make me a con save, please.
No.
I don't do saving throws at disadvantage, do I?
No.
Nope, cool. So con, you said 17.
16.
I'm going to use my fucking
Inspiration.
D8 that Greg gave me.
D8, okay.
Yeah. I don't need to use the full inspiration. I should be alright. 19.
19, okay.
What did you roll on that D8?
5.
You gain 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Oh no, you gain 10 temporary hit points.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. So,
Why are you looking skeptical, bro?
No, I'm not. I just fucking hate
This isn't going as he planned.
really annoyed by college creation, that's all.
Good college. They're good colleges, Bron.
Okay, so you all save. So you all take 3 points of thunder damage. And you are not pushed 10 feet away.
Cool.
However, all of the debris from your feet around you is blown back and thrown further away from you into the room. It is now.
Sorry, how much damage did you say?
3.
3 damage. Oh no. I'm mortally wounded.
It is now then at this moment that you see all of the strange twigs attached to his body sticking out from his armor start to detach and rush through the air at you as their humanoid forms take shape and their tiny little needle arms try and pierce your armor. So 9 twig blights are going to attempt to attack. Let's see. Okay, so 3 on Craig, 3 on Fergan, and 3 on Sidestep. So let's have a look. That is going to.
Would I get my sentinel attack then if they're attacking Sidestep? But I don't know how that works because there's 3 of them, isn't it?
Because he's how.
Oh, he's using them, is it?
No, but read Sentinel to me again.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
They're not within 5 feet of you because Sidestep is unfortunately over 5 feet away.
Okay.
However, none of them went into that space in between them then?
No, they can all attack from the front.
Okay.
However, you can when they attack Fergan.
Oh, because they've got to go past. Yeah.
You can only attack one of them.
Cool.
So, there we go. Okay, so on Craig, first one, that's a 7 to hit, misses.
Nope.
The second one is a 10 to hit.
Nope.
And the third strike is a 14 to hit.
Yeah, it's my armor class. Yep.
Okay. You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Is that halved?
that is after having it.
God damn.
Okay.
Drop to my knee.
Nikki, or sidestep.
Yeah.
You first hit. It's going to be a 15.
That's my armor class.
Okay, that's a hit. Give me a second. The second hit is a 7, so no.
No.
Third hit is a 9, so no. So only
No.
one hit on you. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
2 points. Ah.
I'm feeling drowsy, boys.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a swing at the first one that goes after Fergan.
Okay. Take the swing.
Oh yeah, that's fucking it then. That is that's a 27.
A 27 definitely hits. Roll for damage. As these small twigs then fly through the air as if swept by wind.
It's a 17 damage.
17 damage. You slice through one, and it explodes in splinters and is decimated. You did 13 more points of damage than you needed to. Okay, so the second one is a... There we go. 12 to hit.
Nope.
And the final twig blight is a
Do-do-do-do.
8 to hit, so no. Okay.
No.
Back to the top of the round. Craig.
So these twig things, are they still there?
Yeah, they're all still there, apart from one that you exploded with your axe.
Okay. Are all of the things on the half orc or in front of us gone, or has he got more on him?
They're all gone that you can see.
Oh yeah. I'll just attack the 2 of them that were in front of me there.
Okay.
To try and get rid of them.
Well, you can make an attack against any one of 3 targets. The 2 of those that are in front of you, the 2 that are that's actually 5 targets. The 2 that are in front of Fergan. Sorry, the 3 in front of you, the 2 in front of Fergan, and the half orc.
Okay. I'll attack one of the ones in front of Fergan then.
Okay.
Which
Fergan is
is
2 dice.
a 20. 20.
20 definitely hits.
Oh. It's fucked. I rolled an 11, so yeah.
Okay.
It's gone.
So again, another one directly in front of Fergan explodes.
And I'll attack one of the ones in front of Sidestep.
You can't
Could've
reach the
been
one
far away.
One of the ones in front of me then.
Okay.
Which is a 17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
That is a... What's that?
What's your damage bonus? Not the dice. What's your damage bonus?
Plus 5.
Yeah. Okay. You don't need to roll for damage if you don't want to.
Yeah, it's fine. It's gone. There we are. Yes, that's fact.
They don't have that many hit points. Okay. Is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Sidestep.
Any left in front of Fergan?
There's 1 left in front of Fergan. There's 3 in front of you.
Am I in range of that one in front of Fergan?
Yes, you are.
I'll take a swing of that one then.
Cool.
I'm touched.
That is
Fergan is 2
22 to
dabs,
hit.
Yeah.
22 to hit. Yeah, definitely hits. Jesus Christ.
My bonus is a +4. Do I need to roll?
No. They've got 4 hit points, man.
Okay.
There we are.
So that one dies.
Cool.
I'll take a swing at one of the ones in front of me.
Cool.
Oh. That's a 10. No, an 11 to hit.
Unfortunately, your second swing misses. You do have a third, though, if you want to.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't want to. I want to cast Misty Step.
Ooh,
I
nice.
go over to the corner of the room.
Really
Nice.
Corner coming closer to the camera.
Or behind him.
Behind it.
I'll go behind him.
Okay, cool. So, you cast Misty Step with your bonus actions. And appear in the far corner of the room behind your assailant.
Damn it.
No conferring.
Fine.
Okay, is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Okay. Fugan.
Oh, you already know what I'm casting.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm going to cast it on the diagonal, so I can like cut out that corner that Nikki's in.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going to cast Nathair's Mischief.
Of course you are. Yeah.
And let's find out what bullshit happens.
I hate this spell.
Could all your creatures please make a Wisdom saving throw?
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not the ones in front of you. No.
All of them. It's a diagonal, like in front of me and Craig. You know.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got you now. Okay.
Yeah.
So hang on. How many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
DC 16. If you want to just establish one path.
Okay, so that's the wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the half-orc shrugs off any effect the spell might have on him.
Oh, Christ.
All of the twig blights fail.
Cool. They all immediately start giggling. I'm sure that's horrifying. And I hate it. And on their turn, they will use all of their movement to move in a random direction, which will probably be also a lot of bullshit.
Okay, cool. It's gonna suck.
They're incapacitated as well. I should have said.
Yep. Okay.
They've got a bad case of the giggles.
Epic. Is that the end of your go?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
It is the end of your go, yeah?
I'll move. I'll move back again.
Okay. All the way?
No. I want to stay within 60 feet of both of them. So no further than 60 feet away back from Nikki.
Oh, the room isn't that long.
Oh, there we go then. Yes. Fine.
Cool. Okay. Is that the end of your go?
I will inspire sidestep.
Sidestep, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the D8, yeah.
D8.
That's the D8.
Okay. Okay. So, seeing their defense of you as opposed to themselves, he is going to raise his hand once more. I am going to need a dexterity saving throw, Fergan.
Literal me?
In fact, and Craig.
I'm gonna. I have like regular inspiration, and I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Oh. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
I have a
Really wish I hadn't
total.
wasted it there, but there we are.
I have a total of 18.
18. Okay.
Did you say all of us have to do this, or just those two?
Just those
Just
two.
us two.
Those two.
As a lightning bolt explodes from his hand.
God damn it, Craig! You gave him ideas.
You both take... Well, actually, sorry, Fergan. You take 14 points of lightning damage as you just managed to dodge the majority of the blast. Craig, fucking bear turn bullshit, take 7 points of damage because it's halved again. So you take 7 points of lightning damage, Craig.
Oh no, you've eaten into my actual health.
And hang on. Right, that twig blight's dead. That twig blight's dead. All the twig blights are dead.
Sad.
Bad day to be a twig blight.
Shouldn't have tangled with the Fergineers, should they?
What a world! What a world! Okay, it is now. Craig, you'll go again.
Oh! I'm take a swing at this motherfucker.
Okay.
Which is 17.
17 does hit. Roll for
Cool.
damage.
Oh, a little less that time, so 13 damage.
13.
13, yeah. 1 3.
Okay,
We're gonna take another swing at him.
go for it.
I'm gonna aim at his hands this time. I'm gonna have any of this nonsense.
Okay.
Oh, there we are. Yeah, so that is 25.
25 definitely hits.
What else was 13 damage.
13
Damage in Greg. No, sorry, 14. 14
Okay.
damage.
Okay. And is that the end of your go?
Yes.
Okay. Sidestep.
Bonus action, move my hunter's mark onto him,
Okay.
and you know what? I'm gonna do me and Craig a favour. I'm gonna go up to him to flank him,
Ooh,
so that we get advantage.
Go on for it.
bold.
Okay.
Good luck at the ranger, going up close and personal.
I didn't think my swords would be as good as they have been.
Strangling him with his bow now.
He's a melee ranger now.
So you now have
Hey, there's a build
advantage
for it.
on all of your hits.
That's what I wanted, and I probably needed it.
And where's it for fuck's sake?
That's 17 on the first hit to hit.
17 hits.
So
You can, if you want to, roll them all and then determine the damage afterwards, or you can do it per hit if you
I'm
want.
gonna do it per because I can only use certain dice
Okay.
once. So first hit is lovely. 6, 10, 14, 18 damage on the first hit.
18 from the first hit. Cool. Okay.
Then I will take my next one. Lovely. That is 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Is this piercing damage? Bear with. Yes, it is. So I'm going to reroll that. Oh, great! It's the exact same thing. So that is 5, 6, 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. And the third hit.
Oh, not advantage. That was a 3. Oh, that's 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Yeah, I get to roll. I just don't add anything. That is a 7 damage.
7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as you, with your offhand, thrust your sword up through his back into his heart, he breathes his last and the lightning in his eyes dies. And he collapses to the floor before you.
Gonna boot him as he goes down.
And
Easy.
calm returns almost immediately as the blood rushing through your ears subsides, you begin to hear outside animal noises, birdsong, everything returns. You can just make out through the window, through the vines, the boars begin to run away from the house. And as they do, 6 of them shift into very similar looking half-orcs, all bearing a small symbol on them, fluttering in the wind as they run, of Talos.
Am I close enough to take a shot at any of them?
Yeah, you can take a shot at one if you want as they run.
How far away?
They're currently about 60 feet away.
Okay, don't need to do disadvantage then.
Look at it screaming all.
60 feet.
Oh, what?
60 feet, bonus action, move my hunter's mark onto him.
Okay.
That is a 26 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll for damage.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those are the right dice. That is 5, 9, 11, 15 on the first one.
Okay. 11 points of damage, that's fine.
Ugh.
Don't forget you've got inspiration.
I'm going to use it just in case. So 8 plus 9, that's 17 to hit.
17 hits.
And just 2.
And you can add the d8 to the damage as well, the number you rolled on the d8.
It was a 4 on the d8, so
Yeah.
So what's that? 7. 4 is 11, plus the 4 from the d8 is 15. Plus the 4 is 19.
Okay. 19 points of damage. Cool. Okay.
How far are they away?
60 feet.
60 feet.
I'm going to run to the door. I got 21 javelins. I'm going to fucking launch a javelin.
I'm going to use my 30 feet of movement as well.
Okay.
This is the dragon all over again.
Yeah.
If you use your 30 feet of movement, that will get you back into the courtyard, and you will not be able to see them. They're running away from the house.
They're on the opposite side, are they?
Doors to the outside of the house.
Oh, okay. I'll stay where I can see them then.
Cool. You're going to use a javelin, Craig?
I'm going to launch a javelin.
At the same one that Sidestep has been hitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Okay.
And what is it for my javelin? I think it's less, isn't it? It's a d6. Which is fine anyway. That's at 11.
11. Okay. 11 points of damage. As this one now has 2 large arrows and a big javelin sticking out of him, you hear him shout. And as one, they all turn, stretching their hands towards the walls and windows of the room you are in. I would like 6 dexterity saving throws from each one of you, as 6 huge lines of lightning fly towards the home. I tell you what, not 6, because you are in different places in the room. 2 each. 2 dex saving throws each, please.
God damn it.
I get advantage on dex saving throws.
I rolled a 9 and a 17.
Okay. So half damage on one, full on the other.
This was unnecessary. This didn't have to happen to us.
What, because they were running away?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know you know. I wasn't telling you.
I'm raging.
Yeah, I know.
It's an 18. It's an 18 on one and a 15 on the other.
Dex saving throw. Both saved.
Oh.
So half, quarter damage on both. And sidestep. You muted me.
16 and a 21.
Half damage on both, saved on both. Okay. So
how much was the damage?
wait a minute.
Here we go.
Fergan,
Yes, dear.
the first hit that you just managed to dodge almost out of the way of, you take half damage from, which is fortunate, because it's 17 points of damage.
Or is that halved?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
The second hit,
Yep.
which you take full damage from,
hmm
you take 20 points of damage.
Excellent. I am unconscious.
Okay. Craig, first hit. You take... Oh, give me one that's easy to put into a quarter. You take 7 points of damage.
Oh,
Second hit. You take 6 points of damage.
cool.
Sidestep. First hit. You take 16 points of damage.
Absorb elements.
Okay.
So I'll take 8.
How long does absorb elements last?
What does it say? The spell captures some of the income. I think it's just for 1. Or you have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn.
Cool. Okay. So, the second hit, then, you take... Oof. Okay, so that's quartered again, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so... 7, 8... You take 8 points of damage.
Another 8, okay. Alright.
And as the lightning glare clears, you see they are now 120 feet away.
That's okay.
What would you like to do?
Our turn again?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just double check
Well,
that
I'm
this is
saying
where I
that-
think it is.
Well,
Saying that because Fergan didn't take a go last turn because
He's unconscious.
he very fortunately knew you should probably just let them run away. Fergan, roll me a death saving throw.
Ah,
17.
17. Cool, that's a success.
I'm aware.
Sidestep.
no worries, bro. I got you. I am going to bonus action. Cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
So it. What's the distance? So it'll appear right on top of Fergan.
Okay.
Let me just double check how this works. Right, so on his next turn, he'll get a heal.
Nikki,
Yeah,
what level did you cast? Oh, Misty Step was second level. What level
I've
did you
got
cast Hunter's
2
Mark at?
second first.
What level have you cast Absorb Elements at?
Well, first, I gotta use 1 more.
Okay.
But
And then Healing Spirit is second level, yeah?
yeah, and I got 2 second level slots.
Yes, you've got none left after this.
So I
That's
got
fine.
none after this.
Cool.
So yeah, I will, with my action, take 2 more shots at that one I was shooting at. What? I gotta kill him.
Okay. Take your first shot.
It's alright, we're gonna get heals. What did they do after they did you say what they did after they cast their lightning?
Yeah, they ran further.
They carried on running, did they?
Yeah.
No, I won't.
Okay. Craig?
I take it Fergan gets healed on his next
On his turn, yeah.
turn, yeah? And
Yeah.
what's the healing?
If you go over there, you'll get some healing as well.
Okay, I'll
Like I can
run
give you healing
over.
on your
I'll
turn.
run over to Fergan then.
Oh, you got to be in the spirit space, so no, you can't get healing.
Hey, you could stand over me.
I don't need it. It's fine.
I was just thinking I got 4 uses of this.
What is the healing now?
A D6.
Cool. I'm yeah, okay. I'll just run over to Fergan and like bit of a protective stance over the top of him.
He's currently laying down on the floor. I'm pretty sure you can just stand over him.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
are.
that's what I'm doing.
I'll give you a D6. You get 3 hit points.
I'm leaking motor fluid.
You both get 3 hit points.
I don't do my turn.
No, that's Craig's turn.
Okay.
Greg gets his on his turn.
That's right.
Fergan gets his on his turn.
Well, I can say we're safely out of initiative now.
Yeah.
So shall I just give him...
You can use it for 4d6.
well, no, I've used 1
Oh, yeah.
on Craig. So just another 3.
Yeah.
That's... I'm going to give this all to Fergan. That's 2, 1, and 4.
Cool.
7.
The healing spirit, once spent, disappears.
Thank you very much.
And once more,
I'm awake again.
the birds are singing outside. The world is once more quiet.
Birds are swaying, the trees are singing.
And you have the entire Wizard's Manse to investigate.
Let's check out these orcs first.
I've already started chopping heads off as soon as Fergan's walking up.
So somebody
just
who's
gonna-
not going to get disadvantaged, examine the big guy.
I will investigate the big orc,
Okay.
half orc guy.
I'll have a look at the little ones.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you got to be joking me. Even
80.
Even at disadvantage, is it 24?
Nice.
Okay. As you look around then, the orcs themselves have very little on them. Anything of worth, you would assume, is probably still stashed in whatever rooms they came from, apart from the room above, which in the rubble you find very little of worth, that even when it was of worth in one piece, is no longer, definitely no longer in one piece. This room is creaking as well, like it's about to cave in.
I'd be fine.
It'll be fine, he says, as like a piece of masonry just going.
Just give the orcs a quick once over.
There's like no outside wall now. It's all just blown up.
I take it it's 4 orc heads then? Because the 3 that died, I take it got burned to a fucking cinder when the roof came down.
They're still recognisably orcs. They're just electrocuted orcs.
There we are. Cool. So 7 orc heads and then a half orc?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What time of day is it now, Bray?
Now it is it's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I'd like to investigate the mansion first, the manse first of all, to find a room sturdy enough to have a short rest in.
Okay. All right. Do you want to, as you walk back out into the courtyard, then there is one door that has remained open from when the half orc came through it.
Mm-hmm.
Want to go through there?
Very cautiously, yes.
Okay. You can't hear anything else, by the way. It's just silence now everywhere.
Yeah. I'm thinking that we made enough commotion that any like bad guys that were around here would have noticed.
Yeah. Okay. As you walk in through this door, then you find yourself in a corridor.
Uh-huh.
There are 2 doors. one to your right, one to your left. The one to your left is open and
I was
swinging.
going to say, whichever one looks like it was recently barged through.
Yeah. It's open and almost ripped off its hinges. And as you walk in, you see what used to be some sort of arcane laboratory. But it lies in ruins. Its furnishings broken and heaped against the walls. In the middle of the room, though, painted on the floor with mud, is a 10-foot wide symbol depicting 3 lightning bolts joined at their tips. Without making a religion check, your memories harken back to when you were in the lighthouse on the coast.
The light mill.
And the lighthouse on the coast to the east, no, to the west. Fuck! What was I saying? And you recognize the symbol as Talos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'd like to investigate and see if there's anything like salvageable or interesting in this laboratory.
Okay, roll me an investigation check then, please.
Yes, I will. So 17 plus 3, 20.
Okay. Everything, again, that was of worth in this room has either been removed. You can see that there are some things missing. Like obvious arcane symbols that should have something filling them, as if they've been chipped into stone and they should be filled with an object. They're gone. The one thing you do find is scrawled on a torn-off flap of a leather satchel. It shows Neverwinter Wood, and it marks a location.
Ooh.
It appears to be in Orcish, but you can't see what you can't tell what it's called, unless you speak Orc.
I show it to Craig, who I think speaks Orc.
Craig does speak Orc. In very simple Orcish, it translates to Circle of Thunder.
Cool. I translate that. It says Circle of Thunder.
Okay. Anyway, and then I just collapse onto the ground.
Okay.
Was this on a map you said, was it?
But also with your investigation check, as you're searching around, you do notice a space where possibly some kind of ornament would have rested. And as you place your hand on it, you hear a click. And part of the wall next to you slides ever so slightly to the left, revealing what appears to be a secret door.
I fucking love a secret door. I will check it for traps, Pookie.
It's always touching stuff.
Roll me an investigation check again.
7.
Doesn't appear to be trapped at all.
I will attempt to open it.
Slides across easily. Whatever oil the wizard used on it seems to still be functional. And the door opens, and through it you see a library. The room has 10-foot high wooden balcony forming its upper level, reached by a wooden spiral staircase, curling down to a flagstone floor. You can see tall, empty bookcases lining the walls. Their shelves are mostly bowed or broken. And on the lower level, east of 2 pillars, are 4 old desks with chairs tucked between them.
Gonna follow Fergan in at this point. To see him wander off through a fucking doorway again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to investigate this room to see what I can find that's interesting or valuable.
I am going to aid you.
Investigation check with advantage then, please.
I'm not going to roll.
$15.
Curiosity.
As you were looking around, leafing through some of the few mouldy old books that are still left there, you find old text written in Elvish, and even Can you speak Elvish?
Yes.
You see then that they describe long-lost elven kingdoms and civilizations, possibly pertaining to the ruins that you were told the wizard was investigating in the forest. Too damaged really to be worth anything. But you do see that one small book, under one of the desks. It's called Elvish Idioms. And you discover that a lot of its pages have been cut out to conceal a tiny leather packet containing dust.
Dust.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular kind of dust?
It resembles very fine sand. Roll me an Arcana check.
15 again.
15. You've heard of this. Your father, in fact, liked to show you tricks with this when you were very young to entertain you. And it's very similar consistency, very similar colour. It appears that you have found a pouch of dust of disappearance.
Ooh.
So when you use an action to throw the dust into the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. If a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility, of course, ends. You have enough in this packet for one use. So you found a pack of dust of disappearance. With your investigation check of this room, though, again, you also find one book that seems to be quite solidly secured to one of the shelves.
Ooh, I'd like to pull on it.
You pull on the book, and as you do so, again, the bookcase comes away very easily with the book, revealing another small passageway into another room.
I love this manse.
Maybe it could be the mayor's mansion when you eventually take over Fandolin.
It's quite a long way away from the town.
Also needs a bit of work.
Bit of a commute.
Summer home.
I might have made a mess.
It's a fixer-upper.
You have found what appears to be the master bedroom. A four-poster bed stands between two shuttered windows against the west wall. Other furnishings include a desk, chair, an empty wardrobe, and a fireplace.
Investigate the room.
I will aid you in looking here again.
Okay.
Thank you.
As you look around, then, I want you to roll me an Arcana check.
Time I look around. Okay, I've rolled my investigation already, so I'll tell you that, and then I'll roll the Arcana. So I rolled a 20 on investigation.
Of course you did.
And Arcana-wise, that's a 22.
Nice.
22. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you were investigating, you don't quite know why, but you keep coming back to the mantelpiece. It appears to draw your eye. After a moment of quiet contemplation, your eyes open once more, and a burst of inspiration fills you. You can feel conjuration magic coming from the mantelpiece. And as you look more closely at it, you realize that the mantle is a lid concealing a long hidden compartment.
Ooh.
As you open the lid, you discover a staff.
Interesting.
Again, from it, you can feel the conjuration magic emanating. The staff is decorated with bird carvings.
I will take the staff.
Looks like a stupid spear. Not even a pointy bit.
You can tell that it is magical. With this one, you might need to get it identified. to work out what it does. Or you could try using it.
I was going to say, because I need a short rest anyway, I was thinking about maybe I'll just
Spend a bit of time.
try attuning it
Okay.
over the course of the short rest.
Okay.
Does this look like a good enough place for that?
It is pretty secure.
Yeah, I mean, we're 2 secret passages deep, and this is a restful place, and there's a seat I'm going to sit in.
Craig's already lying on the bed, like starfish.
Sorry, Fergan, you just said you were going to sit in the seat?
Yeah?
Alright.
Is that okay?
Yeah, what next?
Lean back.
Rest for 45 minutes to an hour, and try attuning to the staff.
Okay. I was going to say, before you sit in the seat, your investigation of this room.
Okay. The chair. What's up with this chair?
Your investigation of this room means that when you sit in the chair, the wardrobe slides to the left.
Fucking no way.
And you see stairs. So a small hidden staircase.
We heard you like secret passages.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess we're not resting yet. I'm going down the stairs.
Yeah, we'll follow.
I'm up off the bed.
Casually wandering around these secret passages with 7 HP.
That's literally what I was just thinking. I'm gonna, just as we're walking down, put Cure Wounds on him.
You haven't got any spell slots left, have you?
I've got 2.
Nice.
Okay.
What am I rolling?
So-
An 8. Oh, come on. You get 4 hit points.
Thank you.
You find a small room, almost like a cloakroom. There is a door that you can exit through. However, in the cloakroom, you see, hanging on the wall opposite the staircase as you climb up into it, is a cloak, and under which sits a wooden chest with tiny clawed feet.
Ooh. Can I check it for traps?
Okay. The cloak is very fine, a beautiful item, very fine to make. And
What colour is it, Brian?
It does appear to be emanating magic.
Interesting. We should take this cloak.
Yep.
As you roll an investigation check on the on the chest.
Yep.
I'm going to aid you.
Excellent. That is an 18.
An 18. There is no lock you can see.
Craig's just touching stuff, trying to find more secret passages.
There is no lock you can see and no latch.
Right.
However, you cannot find any traps. But after not finding any traps and attempting to open it, the lid, which should lift easily, does not move at all. It is magically locked.
Ooh.
However, with your investigation check, the wood isn't all that strong.
I pass the chest to Craig and I'm like, can you just...
The chest does not move.
Oh. I point at the chest
No
to
matter,
Craig and I'm
and
like, can you just rip this open?
It's not a weight issue. It is almost like a fixed point. It does not move.
Okie dokie.
Craig, smash the chest.
Yeah, I'm going to try and tear the top off it.
Roll to hit with advantage.
It's a natural 20.
Craig attempts to move the chest, rips it in 2. Yeah, I'll give it that. Rips it in 2. And inside you find, wrapped in cloth, a rod. At either end is a very detailed metallic depiction of a ram rearing. So you can see its head and its two front legs. And there is, as you look at it, a button on the rod.
I will try picking up the rod.
The rod does not move.
How unusual.
It is almost immovable.
How unusual. Craig, this rod is really heavy. Could you try picking it up, please?
I'm going to pat Fergus on the head and go, it's alright, then I'm going to try and pick the rod up.
Cool. Roll me a strength check, please. Please get a nat 1. You're going to pull a muscle or something.
A 90.
No matter how hard you try, it does not move.
Stretching my arms out.
I'm going to press the button.
Basically, if you can't roll a strength check DC 30, it ain't moving.
I think Sidestep wants to press the button.
Sidestep presses the button. As you do so, the rod rolls over and moves freely.
I'm going to pick it up.
You have found an immovable rod.
I'm going to pick it up and just look at Craig and be like, what was all the fuss about?
Yeah, cheating. Just walk off.
He loosened it for you.
Immovable rod, you said.
I'm still touching random bricks.
I killed a person and half a train with one of these recently.
Yeah, of course you did, Fergus. But
Not Fergus, you bellend.
as you exit the cupboard that you find yourself in,
Had that.
you realise that the door on this side, on the other side, is an almost invisible section of wall that once you close it again, you cannot tell the door is there. You find yourself in a guest room. There are 3 large, comfortable beds covered in dust.
I would like to investigate the room, please.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Nikki, you helping?
Yep.
Cool. That's it. 18?
An 18?
Yep.
You find nothing in the room apart from what you've already seen. It's a guest room, there's nothing there.
Good. Why do you sound so stroppy?
Craig's walking round
his house.
Craig's walking around opening cupboards, moving books.
The door.
Fucking moving everything he can find.
You also discovered that the door has been locked from the inside.
Okay. I'm gonna have a short rest on one of these beds.
Okay.
Cool.
Everyone else having a short rest as well?
Yeah, I'll use a hit dice or 2, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. As you make your way then, or drift off into a fitful nap, I think we're going to leave it there.
I rolled 2 8s on my hit die, just so you know.
Nice.
Are you doing your Song of Rest?
Oh yeah, I'll do my Song of Rest as well.
Okay.
That's a D6.
So an extra
isn't it?
D6. It might be a D8 now actually, because I think it goes up with my Bardic Inspiration. Let me check. Song of Rest. No, it's still D6. It goes up to D8 at 9th. So yeah, add a D6 to whatever you're doing.
Cool.
20, 15, 19.
Oh, lovely.
I'm all healed. Oh no, I'm not, but I'm most of the way there.
Go. I'm going to use 2.
Hey, Bray.
Yeah.
There's a little question. How lucky were we that we chose to go into those particular doors?
Hang on. We're going to leave it there then, as you're resting. Yes? Okay, cool.
Yes, yes.
Jesus Christ. I need some more harpies, man. I need some more harpies in a cliff.
You still knocked me out.
I did.
Long after the fight was over, but like...
And that was absolutely needless as well. It didn't need
Yeah,
to
it was
happen.
completely pointless, yep.
It's just because Sniper Boy over here can't let anyone go.
He's never seen a back he didn't want to put an arrow in.
Yeah. Imagine if the Chowry had just like seen the Avengers in New York and just gone, actually, no. I'm thinking we should probably go. If they don't attack us, we'll just go back through the pole, everything will be fine. And then Hawkeye goes, haha, no. Right,
Nicky's that old dude in Lord of the Rings who fires the first arrow.
Oh. What pisses them all off?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had gone in through the other door, nothing would have happened. But there would have been.
But we wouldn't have insta-killed
Like 3 of them.
of the enemies in the
three or
entire manse either.
There would have been a lot more opportunities for them to be alerted to your presence, and you would have been fighting in close quarters in corridors, and yeah.
Nice.
I think that was a pretty great use of your blessing.
That was great, Stu.
You got 2 left now,
Absolutely
Stu?
great.
Yeah, I've marked it off. I put it on the extras part of my character sheet,
yeah.
so I've marked it off as 2 left.
Nice one.
But yeah, I've been sitting on that for a little while.
I know.
Hey,
That
Bright,
was-
are you gonna tell us now what the stuff I found is, or are you?
Yes.
Or do we have to wait until next time?
No, you can do it. You can stick it on your character sheet then. You have discovered the staff of... Where's that gone? Also, when you put the cloak on, it flourishes around you and billows dramatically. You found a cloak of billowing.
A cloak of billowing.
It's a cloak of billowing.
Nice.
While wearing this cloak, you can use a bonus action to make it billow dramatically. That is it.
Best cloak
It is
ever.
a common,
Perfect for you.
it is a common
is the-
wondrous item.
That's the most barred thing I've ever heard of. I'm taking it.
Yep.
I love the one of my other just cosmetic items. It's a common item. It's the helm. Is it a dread helm? And literally,
Oh, is that the one that just makes your eyes glow red?
yeah, you put it on, and it's got the T slit like Boba Fett, and your eyes glow red like with fire from underneath the helmet. No AC bonus, nothing else. It just makes you look like edgelord. Like if you
any reasonable DM in the world would give you advantage on intimidation. checks.
I give if anyone finds that in one of my campaigns, I've always given, and Ian will attest to this because I think one of our players in the Adventurers League did find one. I gave him advantage on intimidation because
I think you'd be very, very within your rights to give them disadvantage on most other charisma checks. So.
Because he refused to take it off as well. He's a paladin of the Raven Queen. He refused to take it off. So like any other charisma, any like persuasion, anything like that.
Yeah.
Also, because he refused
Save a
to
little
take it
girl
off,
from a hag, and you're trying to convince her that she's safe now, but your eyes are glowing red inside this winged black iron helm.
I also used to ask him, "Oh, can I roll perception?" I was like, "Yeah, which direction are you looking in?" Oh, like straightforward, cool. Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Why? Because you have no peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Fucking at all. But yes, I love just cosmetic items that do absolutely nothing but make you look cool.
Yeah.
For a cloak of billowing, I'd give you advantage on performance checks.
Nice.
I'd definitely give advantage on performance checks if you were just like got up on stage and it's just like Batman.
He'd be doing his weird fucking spells like Doctor Strange motherfucker, but yeah.
Yeah. Staff of Bird Calls. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge from the staff. Cause it to create one of the following sounds out to a range of 60 feet. A finch's chirp, a raven's caw, a duck's quack, a chicken's cluck, a goose's honk, a loon's call, a turkey's gobble, a seagull's cry, an owl's hoot. An owl's hoot.
I was waiting for you to say that. I was like, please say it.
Motherfucker.
Or an eagle's shriek. It has 10 charges, 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily, recharge daily at dawn.
Oh
forever.
my god, that's the best item we could possibly have found today. I can't believe
great.
we found this on the day that Stu just decided for no reason to make it canon that his character's afraid of owls.
He's never seen an owl. It's only ever heard them and seen, stuffed ones in pubs, and they look terrifying.
Yep.
But yes. So, did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much.
You're not leveling up yet.
No,
Nah,
I didn't ask.
But yes, I hope anyone who watched enjoyed. Obviously, thank you to those who have watched. Thank you to those who will watch. After the dumpster fire that was Monday, I have discovered that I cannot stream Escape from Tarkov.
That is a shame.
So, unfortunately, until I upgrade my PC, until I upgrade my PC, that will not be happening. It will be soon. But this week is mainly being taken up by playing Tarkov with Greg, because I need to get used to this game. And like,
It's so tough.
it is, it's a fucking horror game.
But Owen took you out on lunch though, and you were a big time Chad. I heard you killed a PMC.
I did. You ran into this wooden gazebo on Coastal.
You went to Shoreline, yeah.
Shoreline, that's the one. Near the resort, and he just was not looking. And I went, Ian, sorry, not Ian, Owen, there's a PMC. And he went, you sure it's a PMC? I went, hang on. Check this stuff. Yeah, it's a PMC.
Nice.
So that was good. But it was fun.
Yeah,
it does take a hell of a lot to run Tarkov. I know, Biggie, it's breaking my heart. But I will get there. Yes, but this week is Escape from Tarkov. However, please join us on Sunday.
Sunday.
Something very exciting, very special is happening. And yes, the byproduct of this is that Greg is starting a campaign as a DM and is going to run it once a month over on Heavyweight RPG for us, the Dice of the Beholder crew. But the more exciting thing, I get to start a campaign at level 1 as a player with the knowledge that this will continue and I will get to keep playing this character.
It's been a while.
When
was the last time this happened to you?
When was the last time I got to play D&D with the same person for more than one session?
Yeah, because you've played a few one-shots, and not counting the thing that I ran between our campaigns.
Not counting that.
Yeah, when was the last time you created a character for a session that is for a campaign that's intended to continue?
2001.
Fucking hell. Do you want to know how old I was in 2001?
No. Because after that, I think we did one 3rd edition campaign. And after that, unfortunately, the DM didn't want to do it anymore, and no one else did, but I still wanted to keep playing D&D, so I decided to be a DM, and from 2002, every time I've played D&D, it's been as the Dungeon Master.
This is a lot of pressure to make it fun for you.
Yeah, but know I have loved every single one-shot you've run, and every mini-campaign you've run, and I've loved every minute of it. He did a Christmas one, and
that is the best thing I've ever done, I think.
Dude, the letters you sent us, the Christmas rhyme at the opening. Honestly, Greg takes the mick out of every at the beginning of every campaign we do, and setting the scene, and it just takes the mick out of me. And if he didn't, I actually think I'd done something wrong, and I'd wonder how to make it up to him. So I'm not actually that bothered by it. But we were rapt. We were enchanted because you started this little Christmas poem. Everyone just shut up. Everyone just listened to every word because we were like, I can't believe he's fucking done this. This is amazing.
I did an intro that was like a sort of D&D parody of
Night Before Christmas.
of the Night Before Christmas. Yeah,
It was so
Nice.
good. It was
For me, the best
so
thing-
good.
for me, the best thing that I did was the rewritten version of "It's a Small World" that I sung, recorded, and edited to sound like. So
It was
the
vile.
point of the campaign was that they went to this
Festivus?
like
Oh, we did,
Festivus was Christmas, like theme park in a pocket dimension. It was run by a powerful wizard.
Father
and, like,
Festivus.
Yeah, and the way to get into this into the theme park from the entrance was through this like train ride, and as they go along the train ride, is playing this version of "It's a Small World," which I wrote called "It's a Festive Festivus."
It was brilliant. It was just amazing. It was like the first time. It was genuinely. It was the first time I had played D&D, because that was the first one shot we did. It was the first time I'd played D&D in 20 years, and I was just so happy. I was just so happy to be sitting there.
They were looking for a bunch of lost children in this theme park.
Oh, fuck Kevin.
And I gave them all names that were from like classic Christmas films, you know. And one of them was Kevin, and they found all of the children, but they couldn't find Kevin. And they were going out to like ask the person running the park for more clues, like where they could look for him. And when they asked her, she's like, "Oh, Lord and Lady McAllister have actually been back to let me know that they left Kevin at home, so he's not lost."
And that was
That
it.
was like the last thing that happened.
That was the end of the
Nice.
end of the session. I genuinely, I was so happy. Thank you, Greg, for that. That was such a good session.
I enjoyed
such
the
a good
fuck out of that.
one-shot. And I loved the Christmas, the candy canes. Was it candy canes? The suit you wore, or was it?
Yeah, I wore the Christmas suit with candy canes on it. Yeah.
That was amazing too. I've got a picture somewhere. I will share it in the Discord. But yes, we as is evident, and we've done this many times. We can go on we can go on for many hours about D&D. I am sorry.
Yeah.
But yes, please join us over on Heavyweight
Heavyweight PG
RPG Sunday 7:30, where
in rent free, baby.
where we begin a new D&D campaign in Greg's homebrew world. We don't know what the stream is going to be called yet, because Greg doesn't know what the stream is going to be called yet.
What is it? Who says?
Well, you need to tell me, because I'm running the stream side of it, so I need to type it in.
I'll tell you.
Okay. But yes, please join us on Sunday.
It's called A Distant Hum.
A Distant Hum. I like it.
It's the same thing the campaign's called that you all joined.
Okay. So yeah, join us on Sunday. And apart from that, as always, we will arrange when we're going to play this next week. But yes, take care. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Don't go outside unless you have to. Get vaccinated if you can, and if you haven't already.
Distant hoot.
I can't wait to see you guys soon. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Night.